Hello, friends. Welcome to another wonderful day. Welcome to today's football predictions on Betkraft. All right, I must tell you, it's a very, very beautiful Sunday morning, and as usual, we know that a lot of games are going on across the globe today. And amongst these lots of games that we chose, a few that we made our in-depth analysis on those few and brought it forward for you. In a short while, we'll be looking at these matches one after the other, discussing how they fared in the recent games, and also comparing their head-to-head performances as well as their home and away performances, and putting all that together, we'll be able to come to a verdict on what to expect on these very football matches. All right, that being said, I want those of us who are coming across our video for the first time to kindly take our time to hit out the subscription button down there. Hit it so that you don't miss out on our subsequent games that will be coming up on this channel on a daily basis. Also, remember to share our video, like it as much as possible, and share so that we get to reach more audience, and also that in that way we'll also grow fast in this very thing. So without further ado, let's get to the business of the day. And today we are starting with the very first game for the day, and it is in Denmark, where we have Cartridge FC who will be up against Gent. All right, as usual, we start taking a look at how these teams have fared in recent games, and also take it down to how they have how they fare in playing from home and also an away perspective. So when you look at the home side, Cartridge, they have been able to achieve 2 victories in the past 6 games, and they've also had 4 losses. But away side, on the other hand, also Gent have seen the same result: 2 wins in the past 6 and also 4 losses. And taking it down to how they fared from home and away perspective, you can as well see that Cartridge, the home side, they have been able to achieve 4 victories playing from home. They've also had 1 draw, and as well as 5 losses in the past 10 home games that they played out so far. And when you look at their away side, Gent, on the other hand, have been able to achieve 7 victories playing from away, and have had just 3 losses. Goes to show that they are really flying at the moment, achieving great results in the recent games. And when you take a look at how both sides are fared from head-to-head perspective, you could see that it is the Gent, the away side, that's quite dominant, in the past 4 head-to-head meetings for both sides. That have always seen Gent, coming out victorious in this very time. We saw Gent defeating this side by 4-0 2 years ago. Last year, Gent also defeated this side on 3 occasions, and the last one was in December, where they beat Cartridge by 2-0 from away. So in this very encounter, we really do expect Gent, the away side, who has been very dominant in this very tie, to rise to the occasion once again and win outrightly in this very game. It is a away win as well by that very encounter, and that will take us to the next game for the day, and it is in Norway First Division, where we'll have Tromsø who will be up against Kristiansund. And Tromsø in the past 6 have been able to achieve 3 victories. They've also had 1 draw as well as 2 losses in the past 6 games that they played in recent times. And looking at their away side, also they have been able to achieve 2 victories, 1 draw as well as 3 losses in the past 6 recent encounters. And taking a closer look to how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that for the home side, Tromsø, they've been able to achieve 3 victories in the past 10 home games, and they've also achieved also they have also had 7 losses also, and with Kristiansund have also managed just 1 win in the past 10 away games, 1 draw as well as 8 losses in the past 10 away games. All right, looking at how they perform from home, their away side, how they perform from home, also they have actually achieved 3 wins from home, and they've also had 4 draws as well as 3 losses when they played from home. And let me look at their the home side, how they fared from away. Tromsø, the home side, playing from away, they've been able to achieve 4 victories, 2 draws as well as 4 losses. So when you put both the home and away performances for both sides, you could see that it is Tromsø that is a bit better in terms of how they fared from home and away. And looking at the head-to-head proceedings, you can as well see that the last time both teams met, which was in April this year, saw Kristiansand defeating Trum by 1-0 on that occasion. And prior to that, we also saw Kristiansand defeating this side by 3-0 in friendly match. And in this very encounter, it is a very difficult one to call, but judging by the recent performances, I still give it to Trum, the home side, to actually rise to the occasion in this very encounter and win outright. It is home side to win. That's our verdict for that very game. And that will take us to the next. And the next game that we have for you today is in Denmark, Superliga, where we'll have AFC Copenhagen coming up against the Aarhus. All right, when you look at Copenhagen, they've been able to achieve 4 victories in the past 6 encounters. They've also had 1 draw as well as 1 loss. And the away side, Aarhus AGF have been able to achieve 3 wins as well as 2 draws and also 1 loss in the past 6 encounters. And when you look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you will see that Copenhagen have been able to achieve 6 victories playing from home, and they've also had 3 losses as well as just 1 draw in the past 10 home games. They've been able to achieve 60% victory in the past 10 home games. Goes to show that they're doing quite well. And when you look at the away side, on the other hand, Aarhus have been able to achieve 4 victories from away, 1 draw, as well as 5 losses in the past 10 away games that they have so far. So when you take a look at how both sides are fared on head-to-head perspective, you can as well see that the last 5 head-to-head proceedings for both sides have seen Copenhagen winning on 2 occasions. Also Aarhus also winning on 2 occasions, and the other one Aarhus actually winning on 2 occasions, and the other one being a draw. So it is quite equal for both teams. And also what you've mentioned is the fact that the last 3 meetings for both sides have actually produced a goal that's actually over 2.5. The last time they met was in May this year, and we saw that match ending in 3-2 scoreline in favor of Aarhus against Copenhagen. And prior to that, we also saw them playing out a 3-2 victory, this time around Copenhagen winning. And looking at putting all that together, and also noting the fact that the last 5 games from away for the away side have actually produced over 2.5 scoreline. And the last game Copenhagen played out, we saw them playing a 3-2 victory against J Sky. And putting all that together, we expect it goes to show that both teams are scoring goals, and we do expect to see a lot of goals in this one. It is over 2.5. That's our value for this very game. Minimum of 3 goals appearing in this very encounter. And that will take us to the next game for the day, and it is in Slovakia, where we have Rosenborg, who will be up against Bystrica. All right, when you look at the home side, they've achieved 1 victory in the past 6 games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 3 losses. And away side, on the other hand, have managed just 1 draw, and they both have lost 5 games in the past 6 recent encounters. But when you take a look at how they fared, from home and away perspective, Rosenborg have been able to achieve 4 victories from home. They've also had 3 draws as well as they've also had 4 draws as well as 2 losses in the past 10 home games. But the away side, on the other hand, Bystrica have been able to achieve 3 victories from away, but they've also lost 7 games in the past 10 away games that they played out so far. And when you look at the head-to-head perspective, you can also say that the home side, Rosenborg, have been able to, it's quite dominant in the head-to-head perspective, because in the past 5 meetings, they've actually won on 3 occasions, and the other 2 being a draw. So it is Rosenborg who has been doing, better. And in this very encounter, we do expect to see home side either to win or draw, and on that 3.5, that's our verdict. Home win or draw, and on that 3.5, that's our verdict for this very game. And that takes us to the next. And the next that we have for you is in Poland, first division, where we have Przegladbach, who will go up against Rostock. All right, when you look at how both sides are fared, you could see that the home side, Przegladbach, have been able to achieve 5 victories in the last 6 games. They've also had 1 draw. And the away side, Rostock have managed just 2 wins, 2 draws, as well as 2 losses in the past recent 6 encounters. But when you look at how both sides are fared from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side have won 7 games in the past 10 home games. They've also had 2 draws as well as 1 loss in the past 10 home games. That goes to show that the home side is doing very well, and that they've been dispatching their opponent, winning 70% of their home games. And the away side, on the other hand, have managed to achieve 4 victories in the past 10, and they've also had 3 draws as well as 3 losses in the past 10. That also shows that they've won 40% of their home away games, and it's a fairly good result if you ask me. And but it is actually the home side who is having a better form, seeing that they've won 70% of their home games and they've lost just 1 game in the past 10 home games. So it is the home side that is expected to rise to the occasion and actually win or draw in this very game and under 4.5. All right, the last time they met saw them playing out a 2-2 draw, and in this very encounter we do expect the home side either winning or draw plus under 4.5 goals. And that takes us to the next, which happened to be the last for today, and it is in Latvia where we have Jelgava who will be up against Auda. All right, Jelgava have been able to achieve 1 victory in the past 6. They've also had 4 losses as well as 1 draw, and the away side Auda have managed 5 victories and just 1 loss in the past 6 encounters. When you look at how they fared from home and away perspective, you can see that the home side Jelgava have managed 2 victories. They've also had they've also had 3 draws as well as 5 losses in the past 10 home games. And away side Auda have managed to achieve 6 victories playing from away. They've also had 3 losses and 1 draw in the past 10 away games. That goes to show that 60% of their away games have resulted to a victory for their away side. That also means that they're doing very well at the moment, and they're dispatching their opponent, scoring a lot of goals. And this very encounter, also looking at how both sides are fared from head-to-head perspective, you can also see that Auda have actually been quite dominant, seeing that they have won more times than Jelgava in the head-to-head proceedings. But the last time they met saw Jelgava defeating them from away, and I know that Auda this time around will be trying to make amends, and we do expect their away side to win out shortly in this very game. It is a win. That's our verdict, and that concludes our predictions for you today on Betkraft. I wish you the very best of luck, and I hope your ticket goes green. And also, it is Sunday Millionaires Games, and it's time for Sunday Millionaires Games, and it will be placed on top of here. You're looking at the booking code for Sunday Millionaires Game. For those of you who will be interested, and also those of you who are using BetKing, you'll be able to see that code there. And I wish you the best of luck once again, and I hope the ticket goes green. And in a short, also we'll be coming on live, today, later in the day, and we'll be discussing some other teams, and also making our verdict on how they will fare in their respective matches. All right, that being said, all right, tomorrow is another day, and I'll see you tomorrow. But until then, keep winning.